We are on Infernal Shrines.
And
I'm excited. I love this map. It brings out a large diversity of possibilities.
this was Unstable's map pick, and we are ready and getting into the draft now. So
Winner picks?
Pleb Horse
What?
Calvary will have
Is that
first
normal?
ban. It's preset in Cheer League.
Oh, way to go, Cheer League. No worries. Um, Very cool. Very cool. I'm excited to see Infernal Shrines. It's one of my favorite maps right now. Um, there's just games can go any which direction. There's a million ways to build a team comp. Are you fighting for the immortal? Are you fighting for XP? So I'm excited to see where this goes.
So what are you looking for as the first ban here out of Pleb Horse after that last game? Kyle
I'm
or
sorry. What was your
John?
question?
What first ban are you looking for here?
Um, Sylv or I've seen Kerrigan a little bit come back on Infernal Shrines. That combo wombo is still out there.
But they do go with the Dahaka ban again. Just Dahaka is a great pick on this. They must just not have someone very comfortable on the hero and don't want to leave him open for Unstable to grab. And then we got the Ragnaros ban coming out of Unstable. He's just an all-around great hero, able to take over those forts with his trait and able to hit the objective from any keep or any fort.
Yeah, I really think his trait is a huge bonus on this map. You can really stall out the first, maybe even second immortal if you have a successful defense and time the trait well. So I can definitely understand getting rid of Ragnaros on this map specifically. What are you guys expecting out of the first pick here?
Zool is really a high priority on this map, able to get that split push, but they do go with the Malfurion, he's probably the strongest healer at this point, and when you're in the objective, fighting over the shrines, everyone's really close, and that Twilight Dream can be a huge game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything in tight corridors with Twilight Dream can completely turn a team fight. So I can understand wanting to pick up Melf early. And it keeps Melf away from Unstable, and we just saw how well they played with Malfurion. So a little bit of a 2-for-1 there. I'm a little surprised to see Rhaegar come out this early. But again, a very strong healer.
Yeah, I would have liked to see them pass up on the healer and go for some of the more highly prioritized picks here. But I guess they do go into the ban phase before they're able to pick up their next hero, so they might have been worried that Rhaegar would be banned.
Yeah, absolutely. Picking up Vala here opens up the possibility of Bloodlust. So that's going to be in Pleb Horse's mind as the draft continues. But that's not to say that Bloodlust is an insta-lock either. Ancestral is still very, very powerful. So, but I do like seeing Vala picked up early. Again, like Kyle said earlier, a very, very strong damage at this time.
What kind of a build would you look for to have Vala go here, Kyle?
Probably multi-shot. Multi-shot is definitely just so much AoE damage that if you only need like 5 or 6 more skulls, it's super easy for her just to vault in there real quick, shoot one multi-shot off, and just get that immortal, even if your team's fight. Kel'Thas is a very strong pick here, and Johanna is probably one of the best tanks at getting these shrines. I'm honestly surprised we haven't seen a Sylvanas get picked yet. She is so strong with the Punishers on this map, and it's not difficult to get them. You get Sylvanas with one of those Punishers, and you can push to win the core on the first one if you guys have a strong enough momentum.
Yeah, very excited to see Kel'Thas and Johanna come out on Infernal Shrines. I think Johanna being able to group them up, Kel'Thas with Convection, I mean, a huge play towards winning the Immortal. So I can understand those two picks. I think KT is very strong on this map.
Yeah, and they also have the Malfurion to keep that KT full on mana with his Innervates, which is a huge problem Kel'Thas has, especially early in the game.
We get a ban on Falstad, very good pick here. The global with the Rhaegar,
it's also getting rid of the disengage for Bloodlust. So I'm hoping to see a Bloodlust game here. Typically, you ban out Falstead when you go Bloodlust. So we'll see. We'll see. Other than that, obviously a very good global presence on this map as well. But
I'm not sure what's going to be banned next. Honestly, there's still a lot of very strong pickups.
I would like to see them ban another warrior, maybe get the ETC out of here since they had trouble against him in the last game. He had very good stage dives, but they do go ahead and ban the Zarya, she has a lot of poke, able to just sit in the shrine and deal some damage to those skeletons or minions.
yeah, she does, but I do agree. I think I would have liked to see the ETC banned out here a little bit as a respect ban and a little bit of a very dangerous pair with Vala and Rhaegar just by that duo itself.
If they're going to go Bloodlust, Kerrigan wouldn't be a bad pick.
No. And between Melf, KT, and Johanna thus far, I wouldn't be too afraid to pick a Kerrigan into that.
And Nazebo comes back.
Absolutely. A very solid game from Nazebo in game 1. I'm not surprised to see that confidence riding high into game 2. So I'm excited, and I think ETC, very standard pick, a very great pick for their frontline warrior.
Yeah, it gets that little bit of extra attack speed for Vala, and you stack that on top of a Bloodlust if that's what they're planning to do. And I mean, Vala's going to be able to go in the backline there and just wipe heroes out. Johanna does have that blind though, so if they get a good engage, Pleb Horse could easily still have this.
Oh, absolutely. I just think Unstable is building a very solid 4-man thus far. Nazebo, obviously, a little bit on the outskirts of normal picks, but coming out of game 1, I'm feeling confident with it. Diablo picked up. What do you think, Kyle?
Double tank. That is some solid front line that they just pulled up there with the Diablo Thrall. This gives Johanna the opportunity to go a condemn build, which just lets them clear those shrines that much faster.
Yeah, Tychus? Any objection here, Nick? I mean, that's what jumps out to mind for me. What do you think?
Tychus is really solid against the frontliners that they have. I haven't been able to try him out since the range nerf and the change to his heal talent. But all around, he's a solid healer or a solid hero. Wow. The only thing is you'd be putting a lot of damage into auto attacks with the Vala and Tychus.
Yeah, that's true.
Very true. But you've got Nazebo. I really think, wow, seeing again the Zagara Nazebo pickup. I'm very excited to see what Pleb Horse talked about in between game 1 and game 2, and how they're going to capitalize on that, because they cannot let Unstable pick them apart in the early game.
So the big difference here is going to be that a Thrall is a much better laner against Zagara. So if they have a Thrall against Zagara, it should be okay. He should be able to hold her back.
Okay. That's a great call. It is definitely a different game having Thrall instead of Sonya.
But I think Unstable is showing that they like playing that split push game. They like playing the PvE. Put pressure everywhere, make them respond everywhere. You know, I mean, they did it really well in Dragonshire, and this is another map that it can work very well on.
Yeah, this is another huge map. You're going to force Pleb Horse Cavalry to split and respond, or you're going to force them to rotate S4, maybe even rotate S5, which then opens up at least one lane for one of your specialists to capitalize on.
For Pleb Horse Cavalry, we have Jeezer on Thrall, Booster 13 on Diablo, Cat Dog on Malfurion, Hitting Trees on Johanna, and on Kel'Thas.
And for Unstable, we have Liquid on ETC, Mystic Shroud on Nazebo, Shiz back on Zagara, Super Dave on Vala, and Totem on Rhaegar. Right off the bat, Rhaegar coming out with Wolf Run. I like that. Picking that up on this map just because it is so big.
Looks like we are going to have some 5v5 in the center here. Not much going to come of it seems, though. Diablo almost had a very solid throw into a pick there, but Nazebo's zombie wall actually shut him down.
Yeah, great response by the zombie wall there. Finishing out level 1 talents here. Hot Pursuit picked up by Vala, Infest on Zagara, Things of the Deep, and Block Party. Very, very standard pickups for Unstable. Rolling Thunder for Thrall, pretty normal. Everything seems pretty normal coming out as level 1 talents. The big thing is Zagara Infest, so they are going to try and capitalize on that split lane siege camp pressure.
So we see Zagara is going against Thrall, so hopefully they have better luck with it this time and don't let her get quite as much value as she did in the last. We have
Absolutely.
a pickup on Nazebo mid. He's getting low, but Kel'Thas actually goes down, losing all of those stacks.
A great response coming out.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Thought that
Liquid,
Nazebo
a
was
great
gonna get
slide
out
through by
for a
Liquid to do his best to save Nazebo there. Unfortunately, not quite enough. But yeah, a very, very solid, aggressive rotation coming up from Unstable to turn that initial fight on Kel'Thas.
Unstable definitely got the better deal out of that by resetting Kel'Thas's strike stacks.
Oh, absolutely.
We have Totem getting caught out into the root. Vala is gonna... Oh, he manages to get out.
An unfortunate flip on ETC there instead of on Totem.
Totem's getting really low. ETC is pretty deep. Can't spread that bomb. Pleb Horse Cavalry owns this shrine right now, but they are all getting low. Kel'Thas had to run out in the back.
And Thrall...
Great kill on Zagara there.
Yeah, Thrall is able to pick that up with the Chain Lightning. But we have Diablo falling here after getting trapped in that zombie wall.
A huge zombie wall is coming out from Mystic Shroud so far.
KT a little bit too aggressively positioned there. ETC is able to pick up that kill with the slide through.
15 to 25 skulls. Pleb Horse definitely has a chance to get back in here.
Yeah, especially with Totem being low on mana, 3 players being half health, but it doesn't look like they're going to get that rotation down in time. A great job recognizing and exploiting out of Unstable. A great root bottom.
Yeah, good flip by charge and flip by Diablo to grab that Nazebo, who is out in lane away from his team.
Unfortunate to have the Mortar Punisher jump before the wall and not over the wall, but I think that's worth when you factor in getting the initial kill there as well.
Yeah, they definitely were going for the kill there and gave up that safe jump, but Liquid getting flipped over and caught out, but does manage to escape.
Yeah, Zagara immediately up to the top lane split push is going to be able to secure that top wall. Rhaegar bailing out mid, doing a great job capitalizing on the experience in the early game.
We have a rotation mid. Rhaegar is going to escape perfectly okay.
I like what Unstable is doing here by immediately splitting after that Punisher and going and grabbing the siege camp. It looks like they might be rotating down and grabbing bottom as well.
Yeah, they should be able to grab bottom easily if that's if that's what they're looking to do. Especially Zagara on her way up, and during the first Immortal, dropped a lot of creep, a lot of vision.
Ooh, 4-man rotation to mid. Doesn't look like ETC is going to manage to get a slide off to pick anyone off. But that
Yeah,
was
a great
scary for a second.
recognition, great recognition by Boaster on Diablo to get that initial charge to block that engage.
It does look like Thrall is doing much better this game against Zagara than Sonya was able to do last time. The extra sustain on Thrall is just huge.
Absolutely. Diablo coming up on an aggressive rotation. Oh, unfortunately, Thrall not quite close enough to capitalize on it, but I do like that idea. That's exactly what I was looking for game one. Put a little bit of fear into Zagara. Don't let her overextend.
Nazebo ETC grabbing the bottom siege camp. Still trying to get this pressure down.
We do have Vala getting caught out a little bit by Diablo there mid lane, but she is able to escape.
Thrall is doing their camp at a perfect time, but he's gonna be a little bit slow on it. They're gonna be
Yeah,
slow
I
to
would
rotation.
like to see somebody from Pleb Horse coming up and helping him out there, but they are going to go bottom and clear that camp, as Hitting Trees was not able to do that efficiently enough. But definitely don't want to leave that camp pushing bottom while your fort is exposed. So they're going to be late on the rotation up. Definitely going to hurt.
Already 12 behind and not even in yet, and we still have Johanna mid lane. They're gonna have to get in there and get a good engage.
Yeah, they're going to have to make something happen fast.
Like, get on the Nazebo, but they don't have quite enough damage to actually get him down.
Great recognition by Unstable to go ahead and back out, re-engage as a full team, not allowing their team to get split half in and half out of the Immortal. So a great job by Unstable to say, hey, we're up, we can afford a little bit of time, let's back out, regroup.
Yep, they cleared the camp, so they don't have to worry about it anymore. They are still up by 20. Diablo
Ooh, a
dives.
great cleanse
Quickly
coming
trying to
out of
get in there.
Totem.
So we actually see Nazebo split mid, trying to get a little of that split push going on.
Trying to get 10 as well. It's going to be a huge level 10 advantage here for almost 3/4 of a level. Nazebo
Unstable.
immediately coming up on 10.
Unstable is hoping to get
Oh,
that
a
mosh.
great mosh.
Perfect.
A great cleanse to save one coming out of Malfurion there, but now Melf is pretty split.
And Kate,
Galthas gets picked off, resetting his stacks once again, and they manage to pick up a Thrall and a Johanna off of that. All 5 of them top, they are going to take advantage of this Arcane Punisher, the most powerful one, and this is going to be a really strong push.
Yeah, a great job by Mystic Shroud to split mid, pick up 10, and immediately come up and be able to turn that team fight.
Diablo
Absolutely a great
baiting the
job.
Punisher to their keep wall immediately. Fantastic job with him.
Oh, unfortunate to not get that jump over, though, to follow that up. A great initial pull, though, and that is going to save them from having to deal with Unstable and the Punisher on keep wall there. So great initial pull over.
That pull on Diablo was amazing. I was honestly expecting at least a keep wall down here. And
Yeah.
that pull managed, they let them kill that Immortal before Unstable could really do any follow-up. And they had 10 advantage there.
yeah, I would have
Look
liked
at
to
that, though.
see Unstable.
Immediately picking up all of the camps following, though. Not willing to give up that lane pressure.
I would have liked to see Unstable get a little more aggressive there with that Punisher when Diablo tried to bait it over, trying to collapse on top of him, maybe pick up that kill before he's able to bait it back to the wall.
They're definitely staying true to their playing for PvE here. But Thrall gets picked off. The 4-man rotation from Pleb Horse is not fast enough to save him. There's a 5v4 with Diablo very stuck. He's barely going to get out, it looks like. Kael'thas does
meanwhile,
pick up Pyroblast. Looking
Shaman Camp pushing top lane, going to force a response out of hitting trees Johanna, which allows them to pick up bottom fort and keeping all the lanes very pressured, keeping Pleb Horse on their back foot throughout this entire series.
So what do you think of the Ancestral pickup by Rhaegar?
I think it's just a safe pick. I think that they're ahead. They have no reason to try to get greedy with it.
I think what it does allow is for a very large mosh pit potential as well. Getting that Ancestral down on a large mosh pit. Also, ensuring that Vala stays up.
It's also a one-button click to save against Kael'thas's Pyroblast.
It's a great call. Great call. It does eliminate the Pyroblast.
An
Amazing
APOC.
But four-man Maw coming out.
That Maw pretty much nullifying the amazing APOC and Twilight Dream from Malfurion.
Oh, not pretty much. Absolutely. A great recognition.
That Maw just turned that whole fight around. That APOC was scary, but that Maw was beautiful. Very good play by Shiz.
Yeah, Shiz has really been showing the power of Zagara throughout this series, something that is not often said, especially in the current meta.
Here they are again, a full level ahead, two levels ahead, a full talent tier, and another Punisher. I'm really hoping they get greedy here.
Yeah, I just don't see it. They've
that flawless pick off of Kael'thas. They are definitely going to get a keep.
Yeah, KT being way too aggressive. Definitely, KT is not the one you want to get jumped on, and certainly punished.
That pick off on Thrall, they could end the game here. The Punisher is at 65%. They have a Nazebo, they have a Zagara, and they're just clicking core. 80%.
And a Vala. Don't forget about Vala on core.
30%.
A great game coming out from Unstable. A great series coming out from Unstable. I think Pleb Horse did a good job in the drafts, and they did a much better job in the early game of this game, but Unstable is showing the dominance of the double specialist, which I'm surprised to be able to say, but executed very, very well.
Once again, Unstable they beautifully played the split game. They had Zagara pushing, they got a Punisher and didn't get greedy with it when they didn't need to. They ran out, got camps, kept soaking. They were 3 levels ahead there at the end. It shows, like, they play the macro game so well.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot disagree with that. The pure combination of the Zagara and Nazebo really was a lot stronger than I was expecting. Pretty excited to see that, though. Vala, very standard play, leading the game in hero damage as expected. But a great job. Only 3 deaths coming out of Unstable there.
So who would you give the MVP to of the game and the series? Kyle and John.
Okay, I got to give the game to Shiz, Zagara. I mean, I think that last fight over the Punisher, getting out that Maw, completely turned that. I mean, not turn the game, but turn the momentum back into. I thought, it was possible that Pleb Horse, they get a pick there, a great APOC combo, see if they could get back into the game. But that 4-man Maw completely nullified the Twilight Dream, completely nullified the APOC, and allowed the team to come out of that and completely turn that fight back in their favor. So I got to give Zagara the map MVP, and then I've got to give Shiz the overall series MVP. clearly as both of my Game 1 and Game 2 MVPs. Great play coming out of Zagara there.
Definitely agree. Zagara there. I mean, Pleb Horse had one chance to get back into that game, and they were taking it. They full on prepared for that moment to turn the game around, put everything back in their favor. That was a 4-man APOC into a combo, and the follow-up was right there. They were literally standing right behind that Diablo, just waiting. And then Zagar just shut them down. Like
Yeah.
that whole moment, they had so much momentum going into there. They were fully prepared to get that team fight and turn the game in their favor. And then they were just sitting there doing nothing. That was amazing. It was a beautiful maul. It was saved perfectly. Definitely play of the series. I'd give it to Zagara overall. I agree.
I mean, just the timing aspect of getting that off right before APOC comes out. Incredible reaction time coming out of Shiz. I think coming out for Pleb Horse, I think Hitting Trees had a very good series on Artanis and on Johanna. I don't know if they got enough out of Kel'Thas in Game 2 here. Never able to really get a good stance on Convection. A little too aggressive in some positioning that really ended up hurting tanks with his Convection quest. And without the quest, you do lack a lot of damage. So I think that hurt them. I did like the Thrall pickup in response to Game 1 Zagara. A much better job of controlling Zagara in the split lane push, but Zagara coming through, recognizing that and coming through in a huge team fight way. So very, very good series overall.
A lot of fun to cast, a lot of fun to watch. Great game, guys. I wish you all the best of luck in your future games.
Yep, so that is all that we had for you guys tonight. Unstable takes it 2-0. Unable to make it to that third round. But thank you guys for hanging out and watching. The VODs will be posted to Twitch as well as to our YouTube channel. Just search for Heroes of the Frat and you will find it.
Quick shout out. We have 2 best of 3s tomorrow scheduled. So please come back, stay tuned, throw us a follow. We really enjoy casting. We're open for any games that we can get. So please come back, join us tomorrow with 2 back-to-back best of 3 series. So it should be a good time.
We're also open to any criticism to the casting. We're new to this. We enjoy it. We want to keep going with it, but if you feel like we could do something better, feel free to let us know. We're always taking constructive criticism.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow.